seven-figure CEOs build their purpose-driven legacy businesses through proven branding, marketing, and sales strategies so that they don't have to sacrifice their income and happiness for their mission. Thanks for watching the Life School Masterclass show. Join our Facebook group community of badass mission-driven entrepreneurs, and come back next week same place and time for our upcoming show.
All right. Welcome back, purpose-driven entrepreneurs. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. I'm back with you with another amazing guest and conversation with Ali Stark. And today we're going to talk about how to use OTT, digital streaming television, to market your business and make extra streams of income or make extra income. We all know now with the economy and everything that is going on, we are looking for more certainty, more security. How is it that we can develop other sources of income around us so that we can live the life that we want by design, and not to do some things that we don't want to do because of the limited financial limitations that sometimes happens with the journey of entrepreneurship. So, Ali, welcome to our show. I'm so excited to have you here today. Where are you based again? Where are you located?
Yes, thank you for having me. I am in Gilbert, Arizona, which is a suburb of Phoenix, Arizona.
Beautiful. And I'm here from New York. So we have virtually traveled today from Arizona to New York. So thank you again for your time. We had a beautiful connection together. So I can't wait to really share all the amazing thing that you have, found out to really market our business. I always say that we can be the most heart driven, we can be the most passionate, right? But we need to understand how to do the marketing for our business, because that's how we reach the people we want to serve. So it's a really important topic. So Ali, before we dive into our topic today, if you can give me a few of the most meaningful moments in your journey that led you to the work you're doing now.
Absolutely. It definitely was not a clear path. I will tell you that. I have been an entrepreneur pretty much my whole adult life. But about 6 years ago, we started, and my partner and I started a group of girlfriends groups, which is just a Facebook group for women to connect and get together for social events and just make meaningful connections outside of social media, in person, face to face. Well, that had just blown up, and we have groups now in the United States, Canada, UK. I even lost track, over 150 groups. So I was approached by a OTT network to have my own television show to talk about connection and women and that kind of thing. And I thought, oh, what a crazy thing this would be to do this. And in doing so, I realized, wow, this is not this is not a good place for content creators. This particular network just did not have the integrity that I expect from the people I work with. And a few other of the content creators and I in this network started talking, and we're like, this doesn't feel right, and it's not fair to content creators and entrepreneurs. And so we did something kind of crazy. We decided we're going to make our own network, and we did, with a bigger reach, with better offers, better products, better services, total grassroots, total disruptor. And it has been a crazy ride. But all of us founders, as content creators and entrepreneurs, did everything we did every step of the way with entrepreneurs and content creators in mind, first and foremost.
Yeah. I mean, it repeats over and over again, sometimes through our daily challenges of the things that happen to us, right? Or for us, we perceive it as to us, but it's for us. It really becomes a stepping stone of the problem that we want to solve, because we do feel like we come up with a better solution because of the setbacks that we have faced. So your example and your story really shows the same thing. So, to stay aware and stay grateful, and think of our challenges as stepping stones to really serve our audiences better. Even though sometimes we see that as maybe failure in the moment or a setback that we might have, but look how it comes back and serves you and other people. So it really becomes that that message that you share with other people. You've been there, you understand the pain, and you have a better solution that you really feel solves a bigger problem. So good for our challenges. They're always there for a great reason. I love that, Ali. So what about, let's give people a little context and need to regarding what is OTT, digital streaming television?
So OTT stands for over the top. So it's like, your Amazon Fire Stick or your Apple TV box, or anything that goes over the top of your TV, basically. Although now, my network, along with all the other ones I'm sure you're used to streaming on, can also now be just downloaded directly onto the smart TVs. It's just keeping up with it's just all this new technology coming out. We don't even need those, the Roku or the Amazon or we can go straight to the smart TV. So.
Oh, okay. So this can be accessed from our smart TV, right? Just like we go in and open up a YouTube app on our TV. I mean, that's how I watch. So
anywhere any of the streaming platforms can be found, whatever, Hulu, Netflix, Paramount, HBO Plus, I can name them all. We're right there next to them. Yeah. Tablets, phones, televisions, all the OTTs, Amazon Fire, Apple Play, everything. Yeah.
Well, I love how, technology has changed our lives. And I remember my beginnings in this journey, and I'm like, what is a link? I was Googling a link, right? So it's crazy how far we have come with, all the ways to stream and reach people. I mean, that's really the way I see it, whether it's, this amazing network that you have built with your founder, or our social media channels, or our podcast, this show, right? Just all the ways to share our beautiful message with the world and make the impact. So I love that. So let's dive into some of the benefits. So tell me a little bit more regarding what the network is about, how it works, and what are some of the benefits for someone that has a message to share with other people and wants to share it.
Yes, absolutely. Basically, what Legerty is we're just obviously a streaming network and an innovative way for the average person. And when I say average person, I just mean like entrepreneurs, coaches, business people, anyone with a message, to have a global reach on a TV show format. So we're a major disruptor and an equalizer, because we're allowing people to take back the power, and we're evolutionizing TV programming. So when you think about having your own television show, that can seem a little bit daunting, right? Because you're like, oh my gosh, because you're thinking, I need this big studio, I need cameras and lighting and sound and all this stuff. But at the same time, if COVID taught us anything, is we don't need that stuff, right? All these talk shows were, it went on. They were doing it just like we're doing it right now. And like you said earlier, we're virtually speaking from two different, states. Anyone that has, a laptop, an iPhone, can have their own television show. And the great thing about the television format is, it's the commercials in the middle, it's the advertising, it's the, adding those extras in that you normally would watch. Say you watch a daytime talk show. Every person on that talk show is selling you something. You might be thinking, oh, I'm going to watch my favorite celebrity talk, and I can't wait to hear what's going on with their family or whatever. But that person's selling you something. They're selling their new album. They're selling you their new movie. Everyone's selling something. And in between those interviews or whatever, then they're selling you, the advertisers are selling you. So there's monetization every step of the way in a television show. And you can benefit that for however you want to benefit it.
So how is what you have created different then? Give us the difference there, between what's on the market now and where you've seen that gap, and why do you feel that it serves people that want to organically create content, right? Because again, sometimes the challenge is getting people to even create content, especially video content, right? So, and if you have a way to make it easier for them, where they could just maybe even repurpose the content they already are doing, I think that would make it accessible to more people.
Yes.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a great point, because first of all, there are people who are pros at content creating. I mean, you've got this great podcast and you're all the way across, all these platforms. And there's people who really don't know what they're doing, but they want to get in on it. I mean, video on demand in 2021 was a $59 billion industry. It's projected to be 224 billion by 2028. So, so say like with a YouTube or social media or those kind of things, those all have algorithms. You basically need to have a degree in algorithms to figure it out. And once you think you got it figured out, they change them. So you're not having to fight against the algorithms. You're not having to use the keywords and do all those tricks to manipulate your audience. Your audience is there. Just like when you turn the TV on and you're watching a show, you're streaming a show, it's just there. It's globally there. You don't have to search for it, or like I said, fight for finding, getting your place in the market. And then also some of the other things out there is revenue share. You're working really hard to create your content, and you have these hurdles you have to get through. You've got to get subscribers, you got to get watches, and then once you do all this for us, then we'll give you a portion of the profits. Well, that seems like a lot of work. On our network, you get 100% of any revenue. So it's just, what does it say? Work smarter, not harder. Some people put years and years into content creating before they see a dime of profits. With Legerty, you can get profits within the first 60 days. And we teach you how to do that. That's the key part. You don't just sign up and we're like, oh, good luck to you. We have a total monetization education program. We have a what we call Learning Resource Center, that for people who don't create content, to teach you every single thing you need to know about camera placement, copyrights, just everything. So whether you're starting from nothing or you're starting as a seasoned person, you can learn it all. And we have weekly accountability sessions with the founders, face-to-face on Zoom. So if you have questions and you just need answers, or you just need, share your wins and we'll support you, or share your losses and we'll help you. We're building a community more than anything.
Well, yeah, that we love that word here, because everything is about community. I also perceive you're right. That's a big deal for sure. Ali, how about the way that the shows are structured? What are some of the shows that do well? What are some of the themes based on the engagement of the audience through the network that do well, and people can see themselves creating them?
Yeah, we have a myriad of shows, and that's the cool thing about it is it's your property. Your show is your property, so you can do with it as you please. So one of our shows is about authors of books. Our producer interviews book authors, and not only interviews these book authors, she actually reads the book cover to cover and comes with really great questions that really dives deep into what the author's process is. And it's just so refreshing, because so often authors get interviewed and you can tell the person interviewing has not even probably opened the book. Maybe they read the back flap or something like that. And so I love her. She's amazing. We've had like hoarding specialists, personal organization, doctors talking about, how to figure out their blood type and how to read their, their lab work and that kind of thing. It just runs the gauntlet, really.
Yeah. I love it. The author one speaks to me so much, right? But everybody has things that speak to them. And as long as they also understand, and I'm glad that you are also giving them the support to align it with their message, with their brand, right? Because there's always a bigger purpose behind the things that we do and the impact that we want to make. So the fact that someone has another stage, so to speak, to
Mhm.
share their message, and it's completely algorithm free. You're right, as a book that you need to learn, and because these social media platforms are also serving their audiences, right, and they monetizing it and making the impact that they feel. So, and they have to stay competitive, as you could see, they mirror a lot of the same features, but yeah, and that's really the bigger thing. But it's also around what I have found, the coaching, the main message, what people want to be, known for, their personal brand. There's a big talk right now around personal brand
Mhm.
because why not build a personal brand? Doesn't limit you to your business models that you create down the line, right? And the things that you get to do, not only to monetize it, but also to help others and serve others with your message. So I could definitely see how this intertwines with all of that. And how about making extra income? What did you mean by that? How can they, entrepreneurs that might be listening to this, um, leverage this to create an extra stream of income in their business?
Sure. I do love what you said though about personal branding, because it's just it hits different when you introduce yourself and what do you do? Well, I'm a coach and I have my own television show, as opposed to I'm a coach and I have a YouTube channel or whatever. Having your own television show kind of gives you that raise of authority, because people aren't used to the disruptors. They're not used to people just having a television show. We're making it easy. But getting to your question about the income, there's lots of ways. Like I said, you could drop in commercials, stitch the commercials in. You can do product placement, sponsorship, and you can also sell your airtime. So
Hmm.
um, you have a certain amount of airtime, and so if you want to use that as an upsell to a program, if you want to use that as just a I'm just today my show is going to be hosted by so and so. It's up to you. That's the cool part. You have this distribution, you have this airtime, and it's yours. You own it. There's no one telling you what you can and can't do with it. Well, I mean, except for community guidelines, of course. I mean, there's FCC and that kind of thing. But for the most part, you can do whatever you want: summits, special events, live events. You can even put it behind paywalls as another streaming income. So if you had a big event coming up or a big summit coming up and you wanted to stream globally to a global audience, you can put it behind a paywall and get a streaming income that way.
Hmm. Wow, so many opportunities. I could
It
see
really
it. So literally for my show, I can just as well have this stream and go and reach another audience, so to speak, correct? While
Yes.
I am doing the work in a good way. I get to do this work. I love what I do, especially with bringing all these amazing people that I get to interview. But so technically, I'm already creating it, right? So I
Mhm.
can just place it there without any extra time and effort or energy, because that's the other thing for entrepreneurs, thinking of another platform to create content for, and how do I align it to everything else I'm doing. I'm already busy. So
Exactly.
giving people ways to, this word repurpose is overused, but to work smart, work more intentionally, on purpose, right?
Yeah.
You're doing it, so now how can you leverage the creation that you've already done to reach the right people, and without doing more work and saving time, because we always talk about time. It's the biggest commodity that, as entrepreneurs, freedom is a big value for us. So if we could
Mm.
save time and do work purposefully, then we can reach more people, and the time we save, we can put it back ourselves, family, travel, whatever else. Speaking, making more an impact, and all that good stuff. So I definitely see this as a great thing for also authors, speakers, because authors, speakers, obviously, we thrive on stage, right?
Yeah.
Stages. We want to share our message with the masses, and it's that one-to-many business model that everybody wants, right? Everybody wants to do a little bit of work, I guess, or trade in their time for money. That's why we traded corporate for entrepreneurship. But now sometimes it doesn't feel like that because there's so many other things to do. But yeah, I could see how it's easy to create content and you just get another whole platform to another stage to reach people. And that's always a win-win, I think.
Yeah. And beyond that, I mean, just think of like what you think of a traditional television show. I mean, think cooking show, DIY, home renovation, mechanical cars, things like that. Things that people, things that people maybe were like, wouldn't it be so cool one day to have my own cooking show? Well, you can, wouldn't it be cool to have my own travel show? Well, you can, you know. It's not about traditional TV television anymore. Like I said, we're allowing people to take their own power. You don't have to sit around creating this content hoping that some big network will swoop you up and make you a star. You can do it yourself. You can make yourself a star. Take back your power.
That's now the playing field is even. When I was growing up, I admired people watching them on TV and on media because that was the main channels that we had. And now everyone can, it's not about fame. For me, it's influence, positive influence. But it's now people watch you from all these different platforms. It's the same as I admire someone that I watched on a TV show on, media. So the channels were more limited, which is why now it's an even playing field. Anyone that feels like they called to do it, they can start something and grow it. That's the other part. Grow it. It takes time to grow. No overnight success, especially what I have encountered. You've got to put in time and energy, but if you really love it and time with your vision and mission, then it becomes your life's work. So
yes,
it's that's a big why there, to keep you grounded when the tough days roll over.
Interesting. Our name Legarty Media came from, like I said, the founders had experienced some not so straight up people in the streaming industry. So our name comes from two words: legacy and integrity. We wanted to first and foremost have integrity and be, we're going to promise this much and we're going to deliver this much, and what we say we're going to do, we're going to do. Whereas all black and white. So that's the integrity part, and the legacy part is just what you're talking about. Everyone, it's not about the fame; it's about leaving the legacy and being proud about what you're doing and that kind of thing. So legacy and integrity put together is Legarty, and our funny enough, our motto is positively impacting lives and communities. And you just said that positively impacting. So I'm like, oh wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, the universe has kind of like connected us because we think alike, and our values are the same. I think it's important as well. But that's what it is. Fame is very, very egoistic, right? Someone that has done their personal development, it comes from the admiration, me. And influence is completely different things. It's when you get to service people and you come out of yourself. It's yourself less in the effort to help others while also serving yourself. I like to always state that because I don't want to give the message that it's selfless and a martyr way to do it. You fill up yourself first, and then whatever you have learned, you want to share that with other people that you feel it might help them along the journey, similar journey to yours. I always say, right? The who that you can now help, paying it forward. This is just like a bigger way to do it, and the many more ways that we get to do it. So, which is why for visibility tip, I found the secret, and I don't have a problem show up anywhere because I'm like, this is not about me. Every time I go consumed into my own self doubts, or how my hair looks, or how am I going to sound, or I'm going to forget what I'm saying, all of this stuff that we always feel. Think about the people you're serving, just be obsessed with them, and you'll just you will show up everywhere because you're like, they need to hear it, someone needs to hear it. And that's just another way to show up and service people for a lot of the times when we just don't want to do it because we're thinking of ourselves and the way that we might be going through something. So I love that. We are at the life school, Ali. So here it's all about lifelong learning. And that's another thing that connected me to you. And you have the same mindset around that with with your work and what you are creating in the world, that life is always teaching us something. So we have reached the end of our show today. So I wanted to ask for a final message from you based on what has life taught you? What has the school of life taught you? One final message that you want to share with our listeners today.
Yes, all the founders and myself all consider ourselves lifelong leaders. We're never going to say that we know everything and we're the expert in anything. But the biggest lesson that I've learned is if you see a problem, be the change. You know, we saw a problem that we felt needed to be fixed, and we fixed it. Was it easy? No. Was it grassroots, and we fixed it? But if there's a problem in the world and there's that you are upset with, then be the change. That's all just be the change.
Beautiful message. Yeah, I mean, that's so powerful because a lot of times we get complacent, but that's usually the thing that we need to, leads us into go ahead and take action and change it, do something about it. Baby steps, I always say, but baby steps accumulate and then eventually becomes, a whole audience, and it becomes like, I don't like the word followers because that's still like attack vanity metrics. It's all about the quality for me. But yeah, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just keep growing that, positive influence, and that's kind of the way to make that impact. But yeah, if you feel that there's a problem in the world, don't solve all the problems. Sometimes entrepreneurs we want to solve all the problems of the world, but that's the beauty with personal branding. Solve one problem that you really care about, one problem that you can really solve, and you can masterify yourself over time and get known for that. That is always a great way to add more value, because wherever our focus is split, we know that our results are also split. So focus and energy. It's a if you feel it's a big enough problem to solve, then put all your energy into it 100%. Go with it. Commit. It's the biggest thing, and you'll see the fruits of your labor for sure. I'm sure.
And it's not just about problem solving. It's just change. It's just being just being that personal change. To it's not necessarily about problem solving. It's like you said, any step in the right direction, no matter how big or small, is still in the right direction.
That's it. And you're growing through the process, which is the biggest win, I say, because you take yourself with you wherever else you want to go. So that's the biggest win. And then you also get to help others. So how great is that, right? I mean, when I figured out that, because I'm very like foundational kind of person, like I like to look at like the base of things, and I'm like, I can do both. I can like keep growing myself and evolving, and I still help others. Like, I'm in. Where do I sign up for this entrepreneur journey, or business path, or whatever it is? So it's really cool stuff. Ali, where is it that people can find more information regarding the network?
Well, our main website is www.legartymedia.com. If you're interested in exploring having your own television show, then it's on the screen, legartymedia.com /start here. If you'd like to view our content, like I said, you can download our app anywhere, or you can watch on the web, legarty.tv.
Beautiful. And the website's on the screen too. And I might just consider that and put this show today maybe on that platform as well, and your network, and collaborate. I mean, collaboration is always the key to making a bigger impact. So that's how we do it. Thank you so much, Ali. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for everything you shared. We've reached the end of our show. And you'll find this show as a podcast and also on our YouTube channel. So subscribe, share it with other purpose-driven entrepreneurs so that we can create more amazing content just like this. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody. Love to offer you a free high-level strategy call where I would love to hold the space and really connect the dots for you in your life and business alignment, from branding, marketing, sales, systems, and team, and really have you walk away with insight on what you might be missing and what are the gaps you are currently experiencing in your business between where you are and what you're trying to achieve, so that you can get more income and make more impact with the work that you are doing in the world. Let me know if you'd like to connect, and I'll be more than happy to have a call and a beautiful conversation together to see if we can support you further with your goals.